Hello, everyone. Good, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to everyone. I'm doing this program. I think time now is almost 6 p.m. in Ghana. So it's good evening, but you'll be watching me in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, or late night. My name is Nana Damso Wafu, and welcome to my page. Today, we will be talking about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship and its impact on a country's development. And I have a lot to say on this episode of my series of lectures. And you can send me feedback on the comment section, and we are all in this together trying to help develop Ghana. I'm a lecturer and a senior lecturer to be specific, and I have a big interest in talking about entrepreneurship, especially in Ghana, especially talking about it in Ghana. Now, a lot of studies have said that a nation's development is largely based on its entrepreneurs. I don't know if Ghanaian citizens, Ghanaian leaders, in terms of political leaders, the citizens are aware of this. The policymakers are aware of this. Country development largely depends on its entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs play a vital role in economic development of a country. This can be looked at from various angles. The role that entrepreneurs play. I'm not going to go by the books identifying each specific role, but I'm going to talk about it in a way that everybody will understand. Entrepreneurship is key to a nation's development. And as such, as a country, I don't think we have done much in relation to developing this side of our country development. That is trying to focus more attention on deliberately creating entrepreneurs. If you look at a country, there are two things that are very critical. One is what we produce here and our ability to sell them to other people that need them in other countries. And that is what is happening in Ghana. Previous governments, since this country had independence, has relied on foreigners. We have relied on FDI, foreign direct investment. And to a common Ghanaian, FDI has so many benefits for the country. Yes, these companies, these investors come in, set up business, create jobs. But at the end of the day, where do they take the money? The profits, the huge profits that they are making in Ghana too. As of now, I'm speaking now, we can look at the number of Nigerian banks that have come to Ghana. The question is, how many Ghanaians have opened banks in Nigeria? Don't we have entrepreneurs in Ghana? Are they not abreast with international business or international marketing, trying to sell their products across borders? Are Ghanaians, rented in that angle? That the only way this country can grow is Ghanaians also trying to produce products that can meet other countries' standards. And as such, these products will also be accepted by that country, consumers. Nigerians have brought banks. Let's count Nigerian banks in Ghana. I don't want to mention any bank on this platform, so I'm not going to go there. But for my knowledge, if I make it even less, it's about 5 in Ghana. And look at the population of Nigeria. Nigeria is maybe just over 200 million people. Ghana population is just over 30 million people. But look at these investors in Nigeria. Even with the 200 million, they are not satisfied. They are still coming to compete through Ghanaians here. It tells you their mindset. And Ghanaians, we boast ourselves about having the best education. So what do we get from this education that we have gotten? Let's look at big giants. Let's look at the telecommunication sector, the money that is being generated from Ghanaians. You see, you can see, the entertainment sector, DSTV, MTN, telecommunication sector, these are all foreign businesses. These are South Africa businesses. Absa Bank, South Africa, Stanbic, South Africa, ShopRite. You see, you can see these big giants are generating a lot of money from Ghanaians. But Ghanaians are aware of this. So what are we doing? What are our leaders doing? I read a story which made me sad about 2 years ago about KFC. Our Ghanaian inability, Ghanaian poultry farmers' inability to produce, the requirement in terms of chicken meat that KFC requires to meet their acceptance criteria. We were not able to do this, and I was so sad. We can't even produce to meet certain standards for acceptance by certain companies. It means we are in trouble. We are all oriented in such a way that we go to school and then come and look for jobs. That has been the philosophy of every Ghanaian. You go to school, you finish university, you write applications, you start looking for jobs. But who is to create the jobs? Are we always relying on foreigners to create the jobs for us? Why is our education sector not telling us that the best way to help our country is to create our own businesses? Why are we not talking about that? Is it the government responsibility to create jobs? That's a question I want us to look at. What do you think? The government responsibility is not to create jobs, but to create an enabling environment that can motivate people to create jobs. I think government should focus on their business to create, to make sure the economy is better by bringing in certain policies that will help businesses to be able to expand, to go international, to go global. I think that's the job of government. Ghanaians have been lied to for a very long time, and I think it's time we have to start saying the truth to Ghanaians. For me, a government should not focus on employing people and paying them monthly in terms of creating artificial jobs. That's what I'm talking about. You go to the Western world, for example, we have to make comparisons. We have no choice. If you don't make comparison in life, you don't grow. You see, you can't say that you don't look at somebody. You have to look at somebody to see if you are doing the right thing or not. So there's a need to compare ourselves. The Western world has a lot of private sector dominating in terms of job. You see, it's not a government responsibility to establish businesses, state-owned businesses. For me, I don't buy into that because it has made people looting money for themselves because it's a state-owned business and all that. If it's a private business, who is going to allow that? They will put systems there to make sure you can't steal. You see, even in Ghana here, people working for private people is difficult. Maybe some are having their way, but a lot of private businessmen are putting systems to make it difficult for people not to destroy their business. And that should be, the focus as a country in terms of businesses, these state-owned businesses. For me, should all be privatized. We should look at that. It's a topic that we have to discuss maybe another day. Privatization of state-owned businesses and its, implications as a country. We have to look at that. So for me, my point is that entrepreneurs play a critical role in nations' development. And as a country, we have not done enough. There's still a big gap. Ghanaian entrepreneurs are so relaxed. Those who have made it to the highest level, I don't know of any of them having, product that is making, big waves in terms of big bars across Ghana. I'm not sure about that. I know of Nigerians bringing Dangote coming out of cement here in Ghana and all that. You see, we are not good at that side. And that is something I think policies in terms of education should be directed to. We should deliberately, take people outside to go and work with certain industries. The poultry sector, KFC is here in Ghana. It's a franchise business that is operating in Ghana. But KFC still have to import chicken from South Africa and Brazil. My last check indicate that over 100,000 chicken are imported to Ghana every month. And look at this business for Ghana, 100,000 chicken. Now I know it's more than that. But the point is, how many Ghanaians are benefiting from this supply chain? Are you getting it? Let's imagine this production is here. And KFC is bringing these goods in because Ghana is not able to give them the right standard in terms of chicken that KFC want for their production. And they are not stupid. They are not going to buy from us substandard, materials to get their goods produced. No. It's a marketing business, and they have to get the right raw material to produce the right product. So for me, their decision is okay, no problem about that. But my point is, why are Ghanaians not able to produce? The poultry industry in Ghana, what is happening? So these areas, I think the education sector should channel attention. Scholarships are given to people to go and study courses that are not relevant to Ghanaians. And I think it's time now that we channel some of this attention to some of these areas, okay, to let people go and learn from big poultry giants. Just go, stay there. Government give you scholarships to study how they come manufacture these birds from the brooding system. To the day the birds are ready, slaughtering everything. We learn. Let people go, pay people. These scholarships should be given to people to go and learn some of these manufacturing techniques. You see, so that the right materials can be acquired, so we can produce these products. See, I don't think Ghana, environment will be lacking some of these raw materials to produce some of these feedings for the poultry industry, and this should be applied to many sectors within the industrial environment of Ghana. We should deliberately put people in certain practical environment sponsored by the state to go and come and build something here in Ghana. You see, we have not taken entrepreneurship seriously, and as such, we are finding ourselves in an environment whereby foreign businesses dominate our market. And at the end of the day, where are they taking these profits to? So this is something I want us to look at. And you can share my video to the right people, to the policy makers, for them to know, about some of these things. If they don't know, I don't think they don't know. I think they know, but I don't think much attention has been given. You see, we should force ourselves. If Ghanaians are forced to produce every rice we eat here, let me say that it won't take more than 3 years. Ghanaians will be producing the perfume rice that we are importing from outside here in Ghana. If people are forced, they are forced to do things for themselves. You see, we are just sitting there and things are happening without learning from these big giants. You see, there's something I always tell my students. It is easy to copy somebody who is doing well. even if you cannot think, okay, and come out with innovative or radical innovations to make an impact, you can copy. Yes, some nations have been successful through what copying. Chinese, Asia, you see, they have been copying the West, and through that they have been what, making incremental changes, and it has brought them this far. Why are we still where we are at times? You see, I was living in the UK. Yes, I left UK to come to Ghana to help, and I'm teaching, and I'm making an impact. You see, I love my country. That's why I'm here, because I think that we can make Ghana. We can make Ghana. So for me, a lot of attention should be given to entrepreneurship through, deliberate policies, and trying to, help businesses to grow. That is the only way Ghana can survive, because a lot of, researchers has proven that Karl Marx, a lot of them have said that the only way we can develop as a country is through what? Entrepreneurship. Okay, Joseph, Ashon, Peter, all of them have talked about that economic development largely depends on entrepreneurs. So it means that as a country, since our independence, we have failed in this field, in the field of what? Developing entrepreneurs. And it's something I'm so happy to talk about today with you on this episode. Thank you, and I'll be waiting for your comments. My name is Nana Danso Wafo. Bye.